wonderful to see two women engineers being part of this event. How is it? What are you looking for in being the judge? You're the judge, right?
One of the judges.
One of the judges for with these youngsters. What do you hope to?
Well, I think one of the main criteria is the creativity in the project. Sometimes because we give them kind of like a baseline, then the kids will try to be very close to the baseline that we give them. But actually, the idea is to really go wild and take it to the next level, because that's what a real engineer will do. It's like you give me some rules and some norms, but then I'll design it completely different.
And a little background on you. What got you so fascinated with engineering and the whole space?
I'm originally from Colombia, and I was born and raised in Medellin.
Todos panameños.
Ah, okay. Primos, no? So I was born and raised in Medellin, and I always liked math in general, because that's about what you have in that level. And then when I came to the U.S. as an immigrant, as a teenager, really it was the only language I had, because I didn't speak English. So math was my language. It didn't change. Uno más uno, dos, English or Spanish is, I can understand it. And so I got more and more, and I think that side developed, the side of me that likes science and engineering, because it didn't change. Gravity is gravity here in Colombia and Panama, anywhere you look. And then, I think that's how I got started on it. And then when I went to college, I knew I wanted to do science and engineering. And then so I picked mechanical engineering because it was the broadest of the engineering fields. And so my undergraduate is in mechanical engineering. And as I was doing that, I realized I really enjoyed making the materials. Everything is a materials problem. Everything is made out of something. So I went to Northwestern to get my PhD in material science. And then as part of that, I worked at NASA for a little bit. The problem that NASA had was because we didn't have the material. And so they had to use a different material, and it was too heavy, and it was, right, if it's heavy, then you use more fuel. And so it became, kind of a vicious cycle. And so I got really excited about materials. Then I worked a little bit in Northern California at Lawrence Livermore Lab as a material scientist. And then they recruited me from USC. They're really interested in having a wide background of professors with many different interests. And so they recruited me to be a professor at USC. And I've been there 6 years. And aerospace and mechanical engineering, and I do materials research, specifically metals.
Do you, by any chance, ever do any advice on films and things like that? Because
No, not at all.
Would you ever want to do something like that?
Well, that would be interesting. Obviously, because sometimes you watch something, you're like, that's wrong, that's too heavy, that's the wrong density. And, like, who did they ask? You wouldn't use titanium for that, but of course this is the nerdy part of me talking in the background. I don't usually, we don't usually do that. We do a lot of different STEM and K through 12 outreach in order to get kids really excited about science and engineering, and to let them know, engineers are not some, weirdos, or, we're normal people, we're just like you, we speak Spanish, we're women. We're just like your cousin, your aunt, and then usually, hopefully, motivate them to get excited and say, hey, she was okay, and she really loved what she's doing. And I always tell the kids, if I had to pick all over again, I would be an engineer all over again. And so, I think when it comes as far as Hispanics and Latinos, I think the way that we grow up, there's a lot of imagination, there's a lot of creativity. And you know what? That makes you a really good engineer. Why? I have 52 cousins, first cousins.
Oh my God.
So you not only...
I thought I was bad.
No, I have 52 first cousins. So not only do you know people, and you always surrounded by people, but you also grow up with all this creativity. And so, that combination is powerful. So all you need to do is get the training in math and science, and then you're going to be the best engineer you can be, because engineering is about helping people.
If you were my math teacher, I think I would be a better math student. But I'm an artist, but
Well, it's similar, same side of the brain. The idea is to get them really excited and say, this what you see as like, I'm Hispanic or I'm Latino, I'm different, is actually a big strength. Because you you're serving people, you're making things for people to make people's life better. So, you know, if you have these large families and you have all these primos and tias and cousins and everything, well then
Pull them
you
all
understand because they have all sorts of problems. You need to fix it. So,
well, thank you